Greetings from the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. This is Renee Benson at AV Renee KC. You are listening to and watching the AV Life.
Hey, this is Nancy Blanchard, and I am here in San Jose, California. Nice fall weather at this moment, which is nice from the heat wave we've had. And I can be reached at Nancy Blanchard on LinkedIn as well as X, aka Twitter. And you're listening to and watching the AV Life.
And I'm your host, Tim Van Wert, coming at you from the great state of New Jersey, because I am going to stand by that until the day I die. And you are watching and listening to the AV Life. All right, we're back. I kind of hinted at this last week, and it has come to fruition. We have the Bald AV guys here from Pace University in New York, holding down the East Coast with me. So I am so glad that y'all are here with me, because now I feel like things are balanced again. That I'm not left out, being the East Coast here. And Renee, you're more West Coast now.
I am right now. I'm
shifted the balance. You
yeah.
Yeah. So
my new home away from home lately, with all the events happening and CEDIA happening, and I've got an AV Expo in a few weeks. So it's like I should have just got a small apartment here and rented it for the last.
You sound like you have a bit of a cold.
Too much travel. It's about to kill me. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're still getting over the post CEDIA.
Yeah,
thing?
everybody was sick after that. I was fine until a couple days ago, so I don't know what mine's from.
Mm-hmm.
I just it always kind of gets me different when I land here in Colorado. So
it's the thin air.
I think it's the altitude, because it affects me too. Yeah. Well, Tim and Pace University, I will be in New York City in a couple weeks.
Ooh.
Presenting.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I'd be happy to come by and see you guys. There's it started up an AV consultant group, just like the AV users group. And so Bo's Professional, I'll be presenting at that event, and it's being held at Crestron's new experience center.
Oh, okay.
Their revamped experience center. So I'll spend a couple days around New York City. So
very cool. We're not very far away from Crestron HQ, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Broccoli. Yeah.
It works out good.
Yep.
I remember the last time I was in New York City. Remember, I took the pictures of your university. I was walking right by it.
Yeah.
And I didn't make the connection until after.
Yeah. I mean, Nancy, honestly, if you're here in Crestron HQ, you should hop right over and we should record an episode with the Bald AV guys.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
Okay.
We're already working on the next episode before we even recorded this one.
But also, Tim, I love you, and I'm here. We're here to hold down the East Coast with you. But what you said about Jersey, bro?
Oh boy,
you're on your own there.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm usually
like
on my own.
Though.
I'm usually on my own with that one. I understand. It's like
ever since James left him, went to the other coast.
Yeah.
Classic.
So
we do love Wawa.
I'm sorry, just for introductions purpose here. We have George Chacko, we have Rich Miller and Kiara Coyne, all from Pace University over there. For those who don't know, let's before we get too derailed, I'm going to give them a moment to introduce themselves. And then we'll keep going. So, George, you're sitting in front there. So I'm going to start with you. Please introduce yourself to our listening audience in case they don't know who you all are.
Yeah. Oldest first, of course.
Yeah. He's going to get that one in. He has to. I'm George Chacko. I'm the director of audiovisual services here at Pace University, and I am one half of the Bald AV guys. Go ahead, Rich.
Hey, George, nice to meet you. Even though I've known you for 20 plus years. Hey guys, Rich Miller here, and the other half of the Bald AV guys, probably the balder half of the Bald AV guys, if that's possible. We're here with our wonderful student intern for Bald AV guys in NextLVL Learning, Kiara Coyne, who's also a Celtics fan. I just want to shout her out because we're share that common bond. But
sounds boring.
Welcome.
only a Celtics fan because I'm from Massachusetts.
Wow. Okay.
She disowned that real fast.
Fair. Kira's a rock star PR major / law minor / sports broadcasting minor / involved with everything on campus. And we're stoked to have her on our team this semester.
Yes.
Wow.
Sounds like a
Congrats.
true rock star.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah.
We only bring on rock stars as interns.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. Glad
Nice
to have
to meet
you
you
on the show.
guys.
Yeah.
We will be gentle to you. I can't promise what's happening in that room there at AC.
Listen, we went from 0 to 100. I'm here. Just give it to me. I'm good.
I was saying we were all like just talking for about 30 minutes before we started recording, and she didn't run out of the room. So I'm guessing everything's okay over there.
We're okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've been sitting here for a while.
So, all right, cool. So how have we all been? I mean, Renee, I know you were just saying you're recovering a little bit from your travel, but how have we all been doing in general? Like with, I mean, I know for Rutgers, we're in our 3rd week of the semester here, and same thing. I'm guessing about the same thing for the Pace crew over there.
Yeah, we're 2nd week. But
Yeah.
2nd week, yeah.
Actually, tomorrow's the first my 3rd meeting with one of my classes. So yeah, we're just hitting that 3rd week finally. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Moving along.
Yeah. How was the start of the semester for you all? Just out of curiosity.
it was weird. It was different. I don't know why it was different. I really couldn't tell you why. It just felt different than years past.
Yeah.
It felt like it happened so fast. Like, I feel like I'm still waiting for InfoComm to happen for some reason.
Wow.
I'm still waiting for my vacations to happen. And it's like all finished and passed already. And I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, we just got the call for proposals for InfoComm. They're
crazy.
like yesterday or today. It's going to be in a few weeks already for next year.
I got the email. Yeah, I got the email already today like that. Hey, Tim, you would be a great presenter at InfoComm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I feel like we were just there a minute ago. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I agree. The summer went way too fast, and then now these first couple, a little hectic, but they flew these first couple weeks, like, and so it's
I don't want to say unprepared, but it just felt like I wasn't ready for the semester to start, and like
did it go well smoothly for you folks?
What's that?
Did it all run smoothly for you guys, including Tim at Rutgers, or?
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
I think so far so good.
Yeah.
I mean, completely honestly, I have a couple gremlins that have popped up that I'm still trying to figure out like what happened, because like they all tested fine during the summer, and then we got into full swing in the semester, and like I get these little gremlins that just are really being annoying that I'm trying to isolate the issues on. So.
Yeah. But $5 said they go back by January, go away by January, and come back in February.
Probably, yeah. Once December 23rd or whatever it is, whatever the last day of finals is, that'll be it. It'll be fine until January 17th.
Yeah,
it's been a weird September for me. It feels like, I mean, I know that the higher ed folks get busy with things, back to school and that, but I just had dinner with one of my reseller partners out here. And they said it seems like a lot of people are getting the approval for projects and then holding on to them. So I don't know if it's because election year has people scared or if it's the economy, but it seems there's a lot of irons in the fire that are just burning and burning and burning. We're just waiting for things to hit. So it's been a weird.
I think there's a lot of. Yeah, I think there's in higher ed. I think there's a little caution. I don't know. What it is, but I think everybody is. Maybe it's the election year. I don't know. There's the quote unquote cliff that everybody talks about. I don't know. I think there are too many wild cards out there right now.
Yeah.
I will say, and we were just dealt a very big curveball today at Rutgers that our president is going to step down after this next year. He's after 5 years, which is what the minimum was on his contract. He's going to still teach. He's going to join the faculty, but he is feeling that he's completed what he can for the university. And so we're going to start that fun presidential search all over again.
Apply, Rich? Let's apply. I'm going to apply.
Yeah, we can apply. Maybe we could be co-presidents of Rutgers.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Question: is there a Wawa nearby?
Yes, actually, there are.
All right.
There's
I'm in.
actually two.
I'm in.
There's two. There's one in each direction. So
That is perfect.
Yeah,
Can we bring Kira as our babysitter because she said we have
I don't wanna go to
she said
Jersey.
we
hey,
need a
you're gonna be the
babysitter.
you're gonna be
I
the
don't want
president
to
of the
go to
university.
Jersey.
You're gonna be the president of the
I don't
university.
wanna
You
go
can do
to
what you want.
Jersey.
Like,
I'm good.
Yeah, he can order DoorDash and have it delivered right to his office.
Yeah,
whoa,
sure.
easy with DoorDash. That the athletic department got in trouble with that one, so don't forget about that.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
So anyway, but yeah, so that's gonna be, you know, there is always a little bit of hesitation, you know,
Yeah.
that comes with the change of leadership at the top. So we'll see what direction the university goes. You know, I try to always look at change with a positive attitude, and you know, it's I think we might have talked a little bit about this last week, but I started watching Ted Lasso. Amazing series.
What a
And
great show.
is absolutely incredible. And I almost relate a little too much to Ted Lasso. And I think that's why I love it so much, is because a lot of the things that he talks about and a lot of like his attitude towards everything is a lot of the way I try to be. So yeah, it was trying to look at things in that optimistic, positive, you know, uplifting way is what I try to do on a daily basis. And yeah, obviously it's not an easy task. And
No.
but and
How many seasons you in?
going into season 2, we only finished the first season. So
Favorite character so far, not named Ted Lasso?
Beard.
Yeah, has to be.
Coach Beard. And
Has to be.
is it Juan Rojas? Football is life.
Oh my God.
Yes, but it's Beard. It's Coach Beard for sure.
It's Beard. Oh yeah, yeah. It's that when he was dating the chess player and they were doing the moves without even the chessboard, like that just blew me away. And then he went
What a
too
great
far.
show.
And he went too far, which I'm guilty. That's also why, like, I'm guilty of that, going too far. And my wife points it out to me too. So like, you went too far there. It's like, it was all fun and games, and then you went too far. And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
I have never watched it, so I'm completely.
either.
Oh, it's on Apple. It's on Apple. So
Oh,
it's all there. Yeah. So
It's definitely 2 thumbs up. It's a fantastic show.
Guess
so
what?
and the episodes are only 30 minutes long, which is also a plus. So
Yeah.
That's nice.
yeah.
But sometimes you're like, I wish there was more.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, we're gonna stop and switch episodes now. It's like, wait,
yeah,
what's happening?
That's how I feel about Emily in Paris. I got to the end, the new ones, and then it was like, oh my gosh, I have to wait.
I know we're spoiled.
Yeah. So
Remember when we had to watch TV the old way, where you had to
I was
wait
just
every week
thinking
for an
that.
episode to come out?
Never go back.
Oh.
coming up next week on
Yeah.
Oh.
so all right, well, yeah, we brought George and Rich over here. Like they kind of hinted at, they've got some great programs coming up, and that have kicked off over the like the last like 3 years at this point, like right after COVID, kind of
The course, yeah.
Yeah.
the course, yeah.
Yep.
So
Wow, it's
so-
been 3 years? Damn.
yeah, so well, there you go. So before I spoil it all, tell us a little bit about what you all got going on, and then we'll talk a little bit about Next Level as well right after that.
Cool. Yeah. So we actually just about 2 hours ago finished our second class of the semester. So this is the third time we're teaching this class. It's an intro to AV course. We use a lot of material from Avixa and a lot of our industry partners. And over the 14 weeks, we built it out where we touch on like a different topic every week, right? So last week, the students got an intro to our friend Craig Underwood, his over-under cable wrapping method. So literally that was their lab. They had to learn how to wrap an XLR cable the right way, not over their elbow, but the right way. we showed them his video, and then they worked as a team, and we, basically timed them, and that made it like a fun lab exercise. So that was kind of their one takeaway from, it was syllabus day. So, but we added a fun little lab to it as well. Tonight we did, a little bit more with room design. So we brought them into our big multi-purpose room. We said, hey, George designed this room 10 years ago. It probably needs an update.
He likes to put numbers on things for me. Everything in double digits.
Well, it probably, it's a solid room, could use a little upgrade now, which we all, probably agree with. So the students get to put their touch on it. Next week, we're going to teach them how to crimp cables. The week after might be project management, and so on and so forth. So every week it builds up to, speaking of Crestron, builds up to a field trip at the Crestron headquarters, actually, which is pretty cool. We bring them over there, and they get to see all of the cool stuff that goes on there. And then at the end of the semester, their final exam is something called the AV Olympics, where we put them through a series of events, if you will, where rigorous events. They do a little AV math, they do some teamwork, they do some building, they do some live events, setup, streaming. It's the whole culmination of everything we've done throughout the semester. That's the one course we built, and the second one is a project management course, where from the start of the semester to the end of the semester, they help George and I side by side redesign the entire AV portion of the classroom. So totally project-based, experiential, hands-on learning. Literally, they're going through the same motions that George and his team would go through to redesign a classroom. That course ran just for the first time last spring, running again this spring. So those are the two courses that George and I literally have built from the ground up, syllabus included, and we're about to get a minor approved, actually, with probably in the next few weeks. We're just working on some logistics there. So a 15-credit minor where the students would take our two courses, an internship, and then two other existing media courses, because we operate out of the media, communications, and visual arts department. So.
And, tonight's class, Rich, if I can jump in real quick, tonight's class really impressed me.
Yeah.
Because we really put their feet to the fire and said, hey, look around. And we started the class with, here are the different branches of AV. Here are the different things you can do. You have your manufacturers, the designers, your integrators, and all that kind of stuff. Look around the room. What do you see for AV? Blah blah blah. And eventually we go into the whole design phase, and we had 4 groups of 4 each, and we asked them to redesign the multipurpose room. I would say 3 of the 4 groups were generic, but their thought process was interesting. There were plants involved in one group. I'm not sure how that relates to AV, but okay. There was one group that blew my mind, not from a design perspective, because I've seen it all, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Of course, we all have.
But it's just that their thought process to see how it worked, and out of the blue, they're like, "Oh, we should do air walls and split this into 2 different rooms, and then this they could use as 2 different classrooms on this campus." And then they started getting in conversation. Well, if you do that, how are you going to split the audio in the 2 rooms? Oh yeah, well, you need 2 podiums. And they were just having this conversation, and Rich and I standing in the back going, that's interesting. When do we step in and tell them what to do? So, it's really fun to see how this course has evolved from the day one when we asked them, what do you want to learn from this class? And they responded with Microsoft Excel and Photoshop, to them actually talking about building air walls and splitting audio and things like that. So it was really cool from my perspective. It was really cool.
Yeah,
I think that's phenomenal.
I think so too. How many people do you have in your course every year?
Usually between 15 and 20. We're capped at 20 for the most part. So it's I think that's considered fairly small compared to most other classes. So we're able to really emphasize the group work and, the hands-on. So like when we do crimping next week, we don't have endless supply of crimpers and, Cat 6 cable, but we have, we're able to break it up, and we have our beautiful new Crestron Experiential Learning Lab that's about to open up as well. Shout out to our friends there.
Literally across the way.
Literally sharing a wall with the room we are in right now, where we'll be having class in next week. It is just about getting the finishing touches on it now.
We spend a lot of time here.
We do spend a lot of time here.
All right. Very cool.
What would you say? Oh, sorry, Tim.
No, go ahead, Renee. Nancy. Sorry.
I was going to say, and are you finding that there's a lot of interest in signing up for this class? Because I know you said you have it capped 15 to 20.
Mhm.
Is there a way that
Yeah, I think
you're able to see, like, are there more that we're hoping to get in the class?
yeah, I think there is some interest, and I think the objective of capping this at 15 to 20, because we are new, because folks don't really know what the course is, we don't want to keep it an open cap and then all of a sudden have like 8 kids one semester
Yeah.
and 30 kids another semester. So I think the objective is to say, hey, this is a new course, but it's closing out every semester.
Mhm.
So, it's like a good, it's in our the chair of the department had this idea. I thought it was a great idea. I don't know if I'm in trouble for saying it on the air, but it was, I think that has helped build the interest quite a bit, because it closes right away and then it's word of mouth. As students like, oh, my roommate took this class last semester and really interested in what's going on. And we've got a lot of people in our classes that are friends or roommates of students that have been in our class previously.
Yeah, it helps us control. Yeah, I think you hit a nail on the head. Helps us control kind of the supply and demand each semester of the course. All I know is I'm just waiting for Kira hasn't showed up in any of our AV classes.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah.
I have a packed schedule. There's a lot of core
Blame it
stuff.
on the schedule.
Listen, there's a lot of core stuff I have to finish for my major. I have 2 minors already.
That's it.
Neither of which are AV, by the way.
Yeah,
So
I
just wondering why
I
that's
feel like
about.
you need a third minor.
I declared my minors before this happened.
You should have waited.
So,
And
Fair.
does your course or courses count as an elective for somebody who might not necessarily be in the program, but having
Yeah,
an
so
interest,
yeah.
well-rounded?
Yeah. They start as an elective until you declare a minor, and then like when you go on to the specific websites to see what classes you've done and what you still need to complete, then it falls under a category of minor, major,
Okay.
whichever it falls into.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you guys had your day job where you wear many hats already. Are you involved in instructing this class as well?
No, I sit in because I'll get a text saying, hey, we're going to meet up at like 6:45, and then the class is still going on, and I'm there till 7:15 in the class. So just watch in and get the end of it.
Should throw you under the bus.
Threw me under the bus.
Yeah.
I said we've done between 6:30 and 6:45. I feel like we were done by like 6:50 tonight.
Yeah.
But George
enough,
and
you know.
Rich, you guys facilitate this class?
Yeah, we are the co-faculty of this of both of these courses so far.
Yeah.
That's amazing. On top of what you're already doing for your university.
Yeah, we have a little bit free time, so we have some other plans for that free time too. So.
Gotcha.
Are you
That's
being
awesome.
sarcastic?
A little bit.
I was gonna say, I don't know when these guys sleep based on the
I
things
know.
that they do. It's like,
Well, I think
Right,
we're
George.
coming up on 11 minutes to my bedtime.
Yeah, me
but-
yeah. Well, I was gonna say, and I know George was heavily involved with ETC right before all this started really taking off too. So
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's where it's really all started. Well, I think it really all started with Joe Way calling me on the show, and then Joe got me going on this, as I'm sure you guys are not shocked by that at all. But ETC, and then ETC has been quite a rewarding experience for me. And I tried to drag Rich along as much as I could, but couldn't drag him in too far in. He knows when to say no, I don't. But it's been a really, really rewarding experience. I'm on my final term as president. I think it's called immediate past president, and I'll be done with that on July 29th. So July 30th. Oh, right, the 30 days in June, right? No, not July, June 30th.
June 30th.
So I was thinking ahead, and I was like, hey, I'm going to run out of things to do in June. So what do we do, Rich? So.
All right.
So I'll see you in a few weeks.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a few weeks up there in Ames.
Nice.
Oh, was that? Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that cue. Was that the cue to talk about what is happening?
I feel like that was a cue for like the talent summit or next level. Like there's that. I think you just
There's
like
a cue. There's a cue. Yeah. Actually, there's
Yeah.
something I think even a little more like recently that's gonna be coming up.
Yeah, I totally dropped the ball on that
Yeah,
one. I missed
yeah.
that cue. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with the time, so what time we do have left, we decided to, with the experience of being in the classroom with these younger students and the younger generation, now that Rich has single-handedly put us over the 43 average age of AV professional being 43. Thinking back at my story, thinking back at our story, most of our stories and how we, quote unquote, stumbled into AV. One of our goals became the youthification of AV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And diversification of AV, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've said this ad nauseum where it's like, the ratio of male to female in the AV industry is 91% male, 9% female. Does that add up? That's
I think, yeah.
And the average age is 43, and the diversity is less than 39%. So we started talking about how we can do more to better that. And that's where Next Level was born. Do you want to say anything?
No, I think that's when Next Level was born.
That's when Next Level was born.
James King, our good friend James King, planted a seed.
Drop in there somewhere.
Planted a seed in June of 2023 that, hey guys, you're doing a great job. This program sounds really cool, but you're too late. And we took the whole plane ride home from Florida, and we're like, what the heck?
If you've ever wondered what Rich and me look like speechless, that was an entire plane ride home after talking to James King.
Yeah,
we were stumped.
So initially we were like, okay. And then once we finally thought of it, we were like, okay, he's right. Like people are coming to PACE, they're taking our class, but they're digital cinema and film majors, they're PR majors, they're comm majors. They've already declared their major. So they could take the AV class, they can take it as a minor, but they didn't come here for AV. So we need to get into the K-12 realm. So that's how Next Level Learning was born, our nonprofit. So it's a national experiential teaching and learning vertical. It was born probably last October, but officially we're going with July 1st of 2024 because it takes a really long time to get a nonprofit off the ground. I just want to point that out. But it is off the ground. It is up and running, and we have the second annual AV Talent Summit this November on the 20th and 21st at our PACE Pleasantville campus on the 20th, which is the K-12 focus, and on the 21st, partnering with Avixa, there's going to be some RU credits and a project management aspect. George is going to give a tour of his beautiful New York City campus.
I'm not, but somebody will.
Somebody on George's team will give a tour of his beautiful New York City campus, and we are inviting everybody and everyone and anyone to be involved. We're still building out the schedule. We're going to have keynote breakouts. We have some terrific sponsors already. It's already evolved from a one-day event that I don't mean to say it this way, but we threw it together after the conversation with James King last year. We pieced it together with very minimal funding last year. But shout out to our department for helping us with that. But after we spoke to James, we put it together. We ended up with 150 people. Sorry, 150
single named him just
now. Yeah.
James, first
James.
time.
I just said James. Oh wow. Name drop gets a retweet. So if I single named him, does that get a tweet?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. All right. But anyway, after the conversation with him, we had this event. All of a sudden we're in this room with 150 high school students and probably another 50 or 60 of our industry friends. And we're like, wow, we really pulled this off. So our goal this year is to exceed that number. We're using a different space on campus. We're using the campus center, which has 6 different breakout session spaces that we can use, tons of space. So we're expecting bigger and better things for this year. And the nextlevel.org is where you can find out some more information about that.
NextLVL.org.
LVL.
Also, Rich and I are going to jump out of a plane and throw flower petals at all the attendees.
Well,
now that I'll take a video of.
Well, someone better wear a GoPro too, because I want to see it from the first person perspective too. So.
Good call.
Way to make it full AV. Love that.
Nice.
There you go. Yep.
So how can manufacturers become involved to support you folks?
Sponsor.
You could go to thenextlevel.org, thenextlvl.org/sponsors, and you could jump right in. But also, besides sponsorships, one of our biggest goals is to build scholarships for the younger kids, the college kids, to bring them to Infocom, right? So one of the let me dial that back real quick. We have a mentor-mentee program that we're building, right? So AV professionals can sign up to become mentors, while our students and students around the U.S. and other universities, and there goes the lights again. The lights keep turning off in here like we're not here. I don't know why.
We're sitting very
We need
still.
the lights.
Then, I guess.
Wait. We need the lights to go out again because I want to see Rich scoot himself out into the hallway again like that.
Well, if you notice, the lights in the main room just turned off.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But the objective is to build some sort of a badging or a certification program where the students right now, they're enrolling in NextLVL as student members, versus our AV professionals are joining as regular members. So the objective is to watch or help the younger generation, the students, to grow from within the org and graduate into that full membership with their mentor, right? So it'll be a full year program, whether it's presenting, whether it's, whatever it is. There are options. Do you want a video meet? Do you want to meet once a year in person? Whatever it is, and we'll match it, right? So like, if let's say Kira wants to, she's a journalism major. You should be like
Public relations
major. So we'll find somebody in the AV industry that works in PR for AV, right? And we'll match Kira with that person, and they will work together for the next year or so. Kira will accumulate, X amount of points or badges or whatever, and she will graduate into the regular membership once she achieves those badges. So that's one of the programs that we're working on. Another one is to build scholarships to bring at least 5 kids from universities, 5 students. I'm not calling kids. I'm sorry. 5 students from different universities around the U.S. To Infocom, all expenses paid. I'm making bold statements here, by the way.
Yeah.
But the idea is the students would be paired with a mentor on the show floor. So maybe someone like you, Nancy, someone like you, Renee, if you guys are interested. And it could be anything. They could be scanning badges for all we know, right? They could, or you would show them around the show floor. We would work with the VIXA that they would present in some sort of a keynote fashion, as opposed to the smaller sessions, and have a full 1 week experience at Infocom. And I really think that'll change the opinions and ideas of what AV is as an industry to the younger generation.
That is so
I
cool.
think.
What you guys
I
are doing.
wholeheartedly agree with you. Like I said, and I've posted, was I took my son, he's 23, and told him to come to Infocom, and I introduced him to people, and now he's working for ADI in Texas.
There you go.
Nice.
But he was
Yeah,
floored by Infocom, so I thoroughly support that. I think that is great.
Yeah, I mean, we think it's something that'll change the opinion of folks, because again, AV is one of those things where you don't realize how involved it is and how every day it is until it's in your face.
Right.
And Infocom is as in your face as it gets.
It is. True
So
story.
when you're working with end users, like I could say here, Silicon Valley, Google, Meta, all of the large ones, and you get somebody who can go in and, a room's been designed, and then, now comes the installation process and talking to the end client about it. I mean, that's the part of with AV that's so exciting, is it's the technology.
Right. Yeah. And it's, and my latest tagline has been, I kind of pull this out of thin air while I think we were at JIT, made conversation, it popped in my head, and I've been using it ever since. Is like, you could be a computer scientist and a programmer, you could be a sales specialist, you could be a design engineer, graphic engineer, whatever, and you could go and compete with 500 other people that are applying for the same position in, IBM or wherever, or you could be one of 5 people applying at a AV shop for the same exact positions. So the decision is really yours, but the experience you're going to have is the same exact. So, it's a wonderland of opportunities, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. That's so awesome.
Right?
Did you say Wonderland?
I just realized
Wow.
I was like, how come Rich? I turned around and looked, and I was like, how did he not pick that up?
I had to process that because I was like, did he really say Wonderland?
I really did. I literally turned around and looked, like he did not pick up on that one.
Sorry, it is almost past my bedtime, so I did
Yeah.
kind of get a little sleepy
It's
for
been
a
a long
second.
day.
Yeah, but I did pick up on that. It took me the extra 2 seconds though.
Well, sorry, I also had to do, speaking of bedtime stuff, I had to go nudge my 9-year-old to get to bed. So
Yeah, smart. Mine are probably still awake at home, so yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
oh, hold on one second. We have a special guest that's jumping in here at the last
Uh-oh.
second. Here's Murphy. Hey, Murphy, you're muted. There
Hey
you are.
friends, I just
Hello.
got done and wanted to check in on the super awesome crossover episode that I couldn't be much part of, but hey,
We're
glad to
Oh,
glad
you are now.
jumped
Here we
in.
are.
Hey.
Hi.
So yeah, we're actually just talking about bedtime. So that's
Perfect timing.
but
Pillows,
I
right?
like the way the layout just went right now. You
Yeah.
Mhm.
this is I like this grid.
Murphy, you have to grab a picture.
Oh yeah,
We didn't have our
never
picture
got
taken, Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy, you
Oh.
got to do your thing. Take a picture.
Okay.
The
All right,
quality
my
content
friends.
that people are here for
That's
to
right.
hear us take a screenshot.
Everybody look like you're excited.
I'm always excited.
My
Okay.
beautiful brick wall.
Awesome.
Oh man,
That's really
So-
great.
Pink
stuff,
Floyd
guys.
Is that a
that's
Pink
where
Floyd
that's where my
reference that
brain
Kira
was
would not
going,
get?
but-
No, I know that one.
Do you?
Yeah.
all
Ah.
right. I can respect
Fair.
that.
I've listened to the album.
Oh,
I have.
That's brownie points right there in my book.
nice.
Yeah, I laugh at the kids, and I'm talking even smaller kids who are walking around with the Nirvana shirts.
Mm.
Pink Floyd, they have no clue about
Yeah.
the
No,
groups.
that belongs to their parents. That is
Well,
definitely not
it's
theirs.
funny because my 9-year-old has a Rolling Stones shirt and she wore it to school the other day. I was like, "Oh, cool Rolling Stones shirt." She's like, "Huh?" Literally, she was like, "Huh?" Literally, that was her response. I was like, "All right, cool."
I will say my 7-year-old is genuinely obsessed, and when I say obsessed, he is absolutely obsessed with everything Michael Jackson. So one, I'm happy that Michael Jackson lives on, but
Yes.
this boy wears Michael Jackson outfits to school. He gets out of bed and moonwalks to the living room. He's
That's
Michael
a lot of
Jackson
dedication.
obsessed. It's crazy. He was Spider-Man up until 3 months ago, and now he's full on Michael Jackson.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where's he
Probably
living?
watched the Thriller video and those. So you know what he's going to be for Halloween.
Actually, yes. He's already told us that he's going to be Michael Jackson, which worked out great for me because he already has a Michael Jackson outfit for his birthday.
Perfect.
But Nancy, his interesting part, it's not Thriller. It's Billie Jean. That's his favorite.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
real scary.
Yeah. I was very impressed when he said Billie Jean. I was like,
Yeah, me too. That's awesome.
yeah.
see, and where did he pick this up from? Because there isn't MTV like we had. So
No.
YouTube.
Honestly, he picked it up from me because I'm obsessed with Michael Jackson, and I have a Michael Jackson playlist on my phone. So I'm pretty sure he picked it up one day when we were going on a drive somewhere. We were driving somewhere. I think he just picked up the beat, and then he's been on that whole Michael Jackson trip.
yeah,
It's been like 2 or 3 months now. So, because if it's not that, then I really don't know where he got it from.
Yeah, it wasn't on TRL Live.
No, I don't even have cable TV anymore.
Well,
so.
I mean, I was giving like a 1990s reference.
Oh, I see what
sorry, a
you did.
1900s reference.
Yeah,
right then.
1900s. The
and
old
just as an FYI, I still say kids. I mean, the people that I went to high school with, I still refer to them as kids. The kids I went to school with, and it's just too hard to reference them as being students.
Yeah.
So does Kira because she just went to high school 2 years ago.
Yeah, I graduated high school in 2022.
It took me 15 seconds to process that, just putting it out there. It's just,
Oh man.
You guys should have seen their faces when I told them I was born in 04.
Yeah.
that took 30 seconds
Yeah,
to
that
process.
That was a
Here's the
lot.
thing with
That was a
my
lot.
son. Oh,
That was a
Yeah.
lot to handle.
Yeah. Yeah, I still had hair in 2004.
Me too.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, maybe not.
I was not a bald AV guy back in 2004.
That's fair.
I wasn't an AV guy in 2004.
Also fair.
I wasn't either.
Well, random question for you, the Bold AV guys. Are you also going out to the ETC conference in Iowa?
Unfortunately, we will not be out in
Okay.
Iowa this year.
Yeah.
There are some things we have to sort out here
Mm-hmm.
with the start of the semester and all this kind of stuff. So we are unfortunately not going to be at ETC this year.
Okay. All right.
But it's going to be one hell of a show. Mike
That's what-
Peterson and Iowa State, they're going to put on a hell of a show. I know
Oh
it.
yeah.
I know what's going on in the background. I'm telling you, it's going to be a hell of a show.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm also not able to make it out there. I'm really pushing Matt to go. I'm hoping he does because I think if he doesn't go, he's gonna regret it because it's gonna be.
He's got to book his tickets. It's in like 2 weeks.
I know. Well, he may drive. He's talking about driving, so
Oh,
he's a driver. He's a driver, so
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
Is that just a big
Yeah.
educational show?
It used to be
Yeah. The
CCUMC.
CCUMC, yeah, or
Yeah.
formerly known as CCUMC.
Formerly CCUMC, yeah.
Yeah.
It's I'm going to do this just because it's a consortium of colleges, because
Mhm.
that really is what CCUMC was. So just higher ed AV and some instructional resource folks. It's a wonderful group. It's a group, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to steal somebody else's saying here, but it's a group where you go there and you talk about your problems and no one looks at you like, what the hell are you saying? Nobody looks at you that way. Everybody knows exactly what you're talking about.
Mhm.
So it's a very friendly and welcoming, and it's a great show. You got to be there. You got to be there.
I was like, I haven't been since Poughkeepsie in 2019, so it's I mean,
And that's the one I missed.
Yeah. that was an easy like hour and a half ride. It wasn't even anything too crazy. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was in India for that one, but whatever.
Fair.
Well, I
There's
will
a
be
little bit of a
there.
hike
I'll
for me.
send some AV selfies for everybody.
Awesome.
awesome.
Represent.
Well, I've never heard of it. So
Mhm.
Educational Technology Collaborative.
I'll look it up.
So yeah.
Joining this a little bit late, I am experiencing the Bald AV guys' incredible microphone setup, which
Mhm.
eliminates every single sound except their voice. Each person has their mic, totally eliminating everything but your own voice. And I'm like, is this like, am I listening
Yeah,
to the
it's by design. We
radio?
like to hear.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we like to hear the sound of our own voices. So
Yes. There is nothing else here but the sound of your voice.
That's
There's
awesome.
no space but your voice. All is your voice. Audio.
And in a minute, there's no light.
Yeah. And then the lights go out.
The lights will go out
Yes.
shortly.
Yeah.
And then they'll come back on.
I mean, it's no Chris Decter or Craig Underwood, but we do okay, I think, right? I think we do.
Yeah. I think we do
Guys do a
okay.
lot of great things. Thanks for what you're doing.
Yeah, you guys are
the
doing awesome,
program.
and I'm looking forward to the future of the PACE program of Next Level. Like you guys you're riding it while it's hot, and it's gonna be a
Yeah.
fun ride to watch happen. So
That's so cool.
potentially be a little bit involved in too. So
Yeah, I was going to say, please, you guys are welcome to join. We're not riding this alone. It's going to be boring if it's just me and Rich, because
Yeah.
I talk to him all day. I don't need to talk to him anymore.
Yeah. That's fair.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We are starting to get to the our time for today. I'm sorry, Murphy, you kind of jumped in here at the
I
very last
know.
minute, but
I'm
we're
just
glad
glad
you,
I could sneak in.
yeah, we're glad you jumped in for a quick minute there. So yeah, Rich, George, Kara, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the crew and folks. Like they said, like if you're interested, next level learning, it's just pace.edu, right? Like that's. Is there a better website? Is there a better? Is there a more specific website to find your program on Pace's website?
Oh, for the program.
Yeah, for the program, once it officially becomes a minor, there will be a listing on like the website / official worksheet for it. So that's
Gotcha.
still kind of TBD.
Okay.
But if there's any questions on the program, you can shoot George or I an email. So it's rmiller@pace.edu and gchacko@pace.edu.
Cool. Well, there you go. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us, crew. Thank you very much for your involvement as well. This has been a great episode, and thank you to all of our listeners out there. And as I always say, until our next adventure.